Good morning, people. How you doing out there? I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're getting your repatriation, plans in order because the Exodus is amongst us. And I just wanted to touch on some things that someone from my group had posted a video, and I want to clarify something. So I'm going to go into a little bit about what dual citizenship is, okay? The United States of America does not recognize dual citizenship, right? Meaning that if I, as an immigrant, I have to denounce whatever country I come from, and I take an oath and become an American citizen. Okay, so you have denounced your citizenship to another country. You have an allegiance to the United States. Okay, now the country that you were born in, let's say for example Jamaica, does recognize dual citizenship. Okay, so they permit you to have a second passport or to be a citizenship of another country, right? And it gets very tricky when it comes to Africa, but it's not. And I don't want people to be overwhelmed out there or confused or think that, oh my gosh, I'm going to move to Africa and give up my citizenship. The path to citizenship goes through residency. So before you become a citizen, you must have a permit to live in that country, and you must be a resident of that country for a period of time. In Tanzania, I was told that the period of time is 10 years, okay? And there, at the end of that 10-year period, you can choose to continue to renew your residency. So you don't have to give up your American citizenship to become Tanzanian, or to have the permit to live and reside in Tanzania, or any country for that matter that doesn't allow you to have dual citizenship. You should not choose a country because, oh, they let me have dual citizenship. You shouldn't do that. You should choose a country that suits you economically, in your characteristics, in your persona, in everything that you're looking to accomplish in life. Okay, the next thing I want you to think about is there is this thing that a lot of people say, and people, especially people who have something to gain, if they're tour operators, I'm sorry to bust the bubble, I'm sorry to get into that, I'm sorry to say this, but there are people who stand something to gain by telling you to visit their country first, or visit 2 or 3 countries. We immigrants, we Jamaican immigrants, we don't get the opportunity to visit anywhere, okay? When you're migrating to a foreign country, you have never seen this country before. You don't know if it's cold, you don't know if it's nasty, and you don't want to be there, okay? All you know is you're leaving from where you are. You're going to say goodbye to the cat and the dog and your grandfather and the mango tree and everything that makes you, your identity, and you're going to go and put your all into it to make wherever you go better for you, okay? And that is the immigrant's path. That is the path that our ancestors took when they jumped on the Windrush to go to Great Britain to build up England after Germany bombed them to bits. That's the path that our ancestors took. They didn't know nothing about no England. They didn't go, oh, let me go and look and see if I like it and then I'll come back. No, we left. Our people left, and they left for the better, okay? The same for the Panama Canal. When the engineers came to Panama to build up the canal, when they came to Jamaica and said, hey, look, we need some people to help us build this thing, the Jamaicans didn't say, well, let's go see if we like it first. If we don't like it, we comes back. No, it's work. We leave and we go and we make it work. And now look at Costa Rica and look at Panama, because the Jamaicans went there and did it, okay? The Jamaicans go and we make it into something. So I don't want you to adapt this mentality that you got to go see first. Who has money for that? I know I didn't. I know I didn't have, like, me and JoJo round trip $2,000, $3,000 just to go see and come back and then start my life over again and pay. Meanwhile, the rent is there waiting for me. The car insurance is waiting for me. The car payment is waiting for me. My job sure as hell was not going to be waiting for me. Ain't nobody got no time for that. It's Exodus time. It is get out time. It's not no damn let's go see and see if we like it first, and then if it's not right, we come back. No, do your research. You have an opportunity to do what my ancestors didn't. You have the internet, you have YouTube, you have Wikipedia, you have all different kinds of stuff that you can use to go and get the knowledge that we didn't have. We were blindsided when we left, okay? Me, for example, I left Jamaica as a child. Okay, I'm the last child in my parents' marriage. So I left Jamaica as a small child, and I went back to Jamaica and I went to high school at the age of 12. Okay, and knowing what I knew going to America, I knew that America was a downgrade from where my parents were as a child. Okay, they had 2 houses next to each other. They had gardeners, they had housekeepers. My mother had 2 stores. She had a dressmaking shop in Spanish Town, and she also baked. Okay, and she traveled frequently. She was the lady to know in the neighborhood. She was the lady who was resourceful and had access to everything. She had people working for her. She had a store at, we call it Keep to Left in Spanish Town. Okay, we lived in the outskirts of Spanish Town in the burbs. We were doing well. We had a car, we had washing machine, we had, I hear people say, oh, well, I had to scrub the floors with coconut brush. We didn't have that kind of life. We had an electric thing. My dad was an engineer, a technician, and we had all different kinds of new age modern appliances. So when I came to America and I saw how my mother was living, I knew that was a downgrade in life. I knew that she was living below her standard. Where she had housekeepers in Jamaica, when she got to America, she was the housekeeper. Okay, when she went to America, and she was working 2 jobs. She worked at a store called Zares, not Sears, Zares, and she also worked at McDonald's. She worked 2 jobs. I didn't see that woman. I was my own mother, and it was a shock for me as a child to say, oh, okay. Being the last in the family, I was accustomed to being the baby and being cared for. When I got to America, I had to take care of myself, But that lady bust her chops, and at the age of 42, she went back to school and became a registered nurse, and she pulled herself up because she wanted to get the hell away from my dad, okay? And that's what you have to do. When you go somewhere, you have to kiss it all goodbye. Kiss whatever it is. So this is someone who left something that visually and outwardly was comfortable for something that was, uncomfortable until she made herself comfortable. Okay? So you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to adapt an immigrant's mindset that you're not going to have access to any kind of public assistance. You're not going to have access to anybody doing anything for you. You're not going to have access to a job. Yes, you're going to have to be self-sufficient and self-reliant and depend on you and only you to make your living. And you can do it. There's nothing that you have that in you. You have it in you. Okay, you have skills, you have talents, you have latent ideas that have been buried underneath this cycle of going to work, paying the bills, going to work, paying the bills, feed the kids, go to work, pay the bills. You are in there somewhere, and you have to trust that inside of you. Okay, so I want y'all to get these ideas out of your head like, oh, I can't migrate somewhere because they don't give dual citizenship. What the hell is dual citizenship got to do with you? It has nothing to do with you. Nothing whatsoever. You come to a country and you get your residency. Okay, and your residency can last up to 10 years. There is no obligation at the end of 10 years to go and become to become a citizen. In America, the residency is for 5 years. Okay, you got 5 years to file your citizenship. Me, I didn't want no American citizenship. I ain't want it. 5 years went by, I didn't do it. Another 5 years went by and I didn't do it. Okay? You don't have to do it. The only thing you have to do is stay black, figure it out, get on a plane, and get to Africa. That's all you have to do. Okay? The rest will be taken care of. No African country is telling us to get out. Okay? Jamaicans have been coming to Africa since the 50s, 30s, 40s, 50s. We've been repatriating back to Africa. Okay? We've been coming back here for years, decades. Okay? And ain't nobody ever told us to go out. There are so many people, Jamaican people, living all over Africa that no one has ever said, well, it's time for you to go back. No. Okay? So even in Ethiopia, where Haile Selassie gave the Rastafarians Shashamane land, and there were people who were getting out of control and out of hand, and new governments come in and this, no one is telling anyone to go home out of Africa. That's European stuff. Okay? No one is rounding up the Jamaicans and telling them to go back. This is it. This is where they are from. So when you show up in here, this is where you're from, and you make it work. You're going to have to go through some stuff, yes, okay? But prepare. Come and make yourself comfortable. Come and make yourself self-reliant. Come and give yourself an opportunity to make a living. Come and give yourself a chance. Okay, but if you're gonna sit on the other side of the Great Atlantic Ocean and go, well, I don't know what to do. I don't want to be illegal. Get your ass up. Go buy a ticket. Caribou, Tanzania. Okay, I got some work to do today. I'm in the studio. You can look out and see my green. I'm in the studio today, and then from here I'm gonna go to I don't know if you can see anything, but from here I'm gonna go to go down to Exodus house. But get your ass up. I mean, just take all of those things out of your mind. You don't know what it means to be an illegal alien. Okay, I do, and my mama was illegal, and it was not fun. Okay, but being an illegal alien in America, an all-white racist country, and coming back to Africa to say I'm repatriating to Africa is two different things. So get these ideas out your damn mind. Okay? Stop putting fear and stop allowing yourself to be fearful. Okay? Now figure out how to navigate. You single? Go get somebody to marry. Okay? It is what it is. All right? For real. Just come. All right? Love y'all. Put yourself together. Get out. I'm getting your emails. More and more of you are coming. Exodus Africa 1, XODUS Africa 1, the numeral 1 at gmail.com. I'm getting your emails. I'm seeing more and more of you taking the step. I see more and more of you donating, and for that I'm grateful and thankful. I see more and more of you, showing up here and like, hey, we're here, and I like that. I welcome that, but you have to let go of all of these hurdles. You have to let it all go. It's not going to be for your benefit if you keep self-defeating yourselves with ideas that on the other side is going to be a rocky road. No, when I was leaving, what I asked the ancestors to do was lift me from here to a place of glory. That's what I asked for. Okay, I needed to be lifted up from there and planted in a place of glory. I need to be moved out of where I was being choked and I was being buried, and I was being confused and manipulated and gaslighted into a place of peace and luxury and glory and happiness. That's what I asked for, and I beg you to ask for the same, to be lifted up from there to a place of peace. And the road will be in front of you, okay? You're not going to see the next step. I'm sorry. If you want to plan like, oh, I can see, I need a 5-year plan, and I know, no, it's not going to happen. You're on the immigrant's path. If you're leaving America, I don't care where you're going to Germany or Japan or whatever, and you're going for the first time, you're on the immigrant's path. You do not know the next step, and that is where the magic happens. That is where the power happens, because that is where the ancestors come in. You have to allow the energies and allow the spirits and allow the ancestors to do their job. If you keep trying to control and say, oh, I know, I need to know how it's all going to go. If you keep doing that, they will keep, oh, okay, let her do it. She knows how to do it. They will be hands off. But if you put yourself and your trust in the hands of the ancestors and you say, I don't know what I'm doing, you go ahead before me, you make the way for me, you clear the path for me. I used to show up in my prayers and say, here I am with a child. Here I am with your child. I used to say that. I still do. Here I am with your child. Protect us, guide us, keep us. I asked for it and I got it. Keep asking. Keep asking, okay? Show up, whatever it is, here I am, I ain't got no mama. Here I am, I ain't got no daddy. Here I am, ask for it. If you don't ask, you won't get. Okay, put yourself in the mercy of the ancestors, and you have to know how to trust that, because this, I got to see it, I got to know, that is a Eurocentric process of thinking, that you have to have everything down to the dotted line, and if something goes wrong, what do? It will always go wrong. It will all go to shit. It will, no matter how much you plan. Murphy's Law is there to knock you the fuck out. Okay, so you just need to hold on to whatever it is that has brought you here. I'm sure if you're alive and you're listening to this, I'm sure that miracles have worked itself in your life before. I'm sure that things has happened to you in life before, and you're like, oh, how did that happen? Oh my, it's a miracle. Trust that. If it happened once, it will happen again. And if it happens twice, it will keep happening. You have to trust that. You have to hold on to that energy that it will continue to happen for you. Okay? And no weapon that forms against you can prosper. And nothing that's in your way can stop you. And every stumbling block is your stepping stone. You have to hold on to that, because if you don't, life will knock you and you will stay down. And you're like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm talking to you. Pick your ass up. Get your ass up. Sell all the shit you have in your house. Sell all of it. And if you can't sell it, give it away. And if ain't nobody want it, throw it away. And pack yourself down to all that you need. Pack light. To just trust in yourself that, hey, there's more for me out there. I threw away a whole house of stuff. I mean, fur coats, everything. I was throwing stuff out like Benny Hill. I was like, I was packing and throwing, because I was like, I need to let go so that I can receive. I need to let these things go that were holding me back. I'm damn sure Nair was not going to show up at the airport and pay $200 in extra baggage charge for some old crap that I haven't worn in 2 years. Talking to you. Yes, you. If you haven't worn it, get rid of it. Okay? And for the ladies who are packing and coming, let me explain something to you. Modesty. Okay? All the things that you had, like the booty shorts and the batirai, as we call them in Jamaica, the booty shorts and the mini skirts, you will never need that. Because even if you bring it, you're going to be like, ugh, you're going to feel so trashy wearing it, because everyone here is so modest and discreet. Okay, so you all just need to get your mind in a place where you can look around and say, fuck it all. They can have this. They built this, okay? And you don't have to worry about giving up your citizenship and your benefits and your social security and everything else that you're entitled to as a person who worked in a country and contributed to that country. You're entitled to those things. You do not have to give up your citizenship. There is nothing wrong with having residency, long-term residency forever and ever and ever. Okay? No one can stop you. All right. And I don't know what the push on the citizenship is, because, you know, it's not going to do too much for you unless you are like me, who don't give a damn. Like Africa, there are 54 countries here. There's got to be something that I can do if I want to be a Tanzanian citizen. The Tanzanian passport should get me in and out of all kinds of African countries, you know. And if your passion or if your inclination is like, I need to travel back to America, I need to travel back to other places, and I'm going to need that American passport, I'm going to need that American citizenship, you got 10 whole entire years to figure that out. That's a really long time. Okay? So just easy. Roll with the punches. When you come and you will understand from the inside, but you're not going to understand from the outside. Feel me? All right. Love y'all. Thanks so much for watching. I'll post another one when I go out to Exodus House. Take care. Bye-bye.